from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Complete
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First carry now for Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Second and 14. Shotgun handoff to Thompson, and he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
By number 34.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Out of the gun is Minshew, and he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's going to be caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
The score, Jaguars 7, Texans nothing. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Johnson, the ball
Dewan Smoot with a tackle.
at the 25-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And it is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. Return there after a punt of 47. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. This is James Robinson, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought
Now,
down.
look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They run. Robinson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Doug Marrone, with the play clock almost out, says let's take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eric Murray. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
By the wide receiver.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd down at 5. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run with Thompson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
These 2 teams all tied after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Minshew sets to throw. And Eifert has it. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run here with Robinson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 27, Minshew, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Minshew's pass.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
It's a Jacksonville touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Texans 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. We're on 15 yards as the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On first down, it's Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on first.
Catch there by Brandon Cooks. And it's hard to believe that he's on his 4th team in 5 years because he's produced everywhere that he's been. Houston hoping to see the Brandon Cooks that they saw in New Orleans, in New England, and in Los Angeles. 2019, though, was his first year under 1,000 yards since 2014. He's looking for a bounce back.
yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. They'll run it now with Robinson. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally down at the 41-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough road for Minshew and the Jags. Here's Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. As time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Jack with a sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Operating from the gun. Watson. He's letting this one go for 4. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Westbrook now on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll run on 1st down. Robinson down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace, taking their time and making it work.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
20-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st down, Jacksonville.
On 1st down, it's Thompson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Tackle made by Whitney.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Texans' 20-yard line.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Minshew. Throw left side complete. It's Thompson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Chris Thompson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. Lambo on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Texans 10. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Damian Ratley, 79 yards. And the Texans draw a bit closer. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal.
Jaguars 21, Texans 18.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Although a jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. This is Thompson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary Conley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment. but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. He's just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. Looking left side of, he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
There's a good reception there by Will Fuller. And if you're looking for breakout players in 2020, he's a big-time candidate for it because he has a rapport with Deshaun Watson. And now with DeAndre Hopkins no longer in Houston, he could be their top receiver.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson, he's going to fire deep for Ratley. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Watson. And that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Robinson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw it. Minshew. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. 51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed out hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson, and here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the carry, Thompson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Thompson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Texans 25. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Johnson. And he's got room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Good carry and pickup for a first down there by David Johnson, and he has a chance to fill a lot of voids for this Houston Texans team. They lost their 1,000-yard rusher from last year. Carlos Hyde went to Seattle. But back in 2016, David Johnson led the NFL in all-purpose yards with the Arizona Cardinals. The Texans will be happy to see that guy all year long.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down carry here for Johnson. And a short gain down to about the 33.
David Johnson.
Tackled by the corner, C.J. Henderson.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the air now with Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And the Texans are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 6-yard.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and goal to go.
They'll come out in the pistol. Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal.
Now 4th and goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Circle round twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the shotgun, McSorley. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 52 yards. And now they're going to get the timeout. So a huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to possibly send this one to OT. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo.
A 30-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Jaguars 31.
A little drama there at the end, but really